don't you guys like it when you see other black men falling victim to the, well, I don't want to really use conservative talking points because they like to say, well, black men falling victim to the Democratic plantation, etc. Whatever the hell that means. I mean, I know what they're trying to say, but factually, like, history proves that's not the case. But it's something we've seen. Like, a lot of black people actually don't get upset at this. A lot of black people do not. At least most of the black people I know. We look at it and we shake our heads and we go, damn. Now, we're upset, but we're not upset for the reasons other people may think we're upset. At least conservatives for the most part. We're more upset that they're using their race as a way to make money. But we understand the hustle here. Just like Jesse Lee Peterson, Candace Owens, etc. Hodge twins, for example. These even worse than the other ones because beforehand, these guys just made videos about made up stories that most likely weren't even real. Then, I guess, conservative world got a hold of them, and now they're wearing 1776 shirts and, you know, being sponsored by conservative outlets, making money. And that's the hustle we're talking about. Truthfully, I don't believe that every single black conservative really believes in everything the conservative party tries to tell them, or a lot of the people who they surround themselves tells them. If they can make money on it, we got certain people that make money on it. You ever watch Queen and Slim? How the black dude at the end decided, spoiler alert, the black dude at the end sold them out to the police, even though the whole gist of that movie was the police were in the wrong. But for money, it corrupted him. He wasn't for the fight. He wasn't for the betterment of the black community. It didn't matter. It was money. And this is a prime example of selling out. I mean, selling out is the prime example. And it's crazy that, you know, I'm not really doing a response to the specific video. I mean, you can watch it if you want. But, like, I'm just speaking on black conservatives. It's almost like, at least in America's definition of a conservative, Republican, it's counterproductive in my opinion. How can you be a Republican and black? It's literally just not, it doesn't go together at all. Definitely when you have people like Steven Crowder making fun a black caricature. Every time there's a black man involved in an incident, guess what? Steven Crowder, and they're all connected. The Hodge twins and them, they're all connected. But every time something like that, guess what? They like to do the racist caricature. Oh, what? I gotta go to my. They do all that goofy stuff. And I mean, it's overt racism. It's goofy. But they don't realize it because a lot of racist people don't realize when they're outed. That's why a lot of black people, they know when they know. A lot of people don't understand that. But when we see you, we see you. Now, I'm mixed. I've seen all sides of everything. I actually used to be conservative. But I came around. The reason was race. Always disagreed about race. Then I ended up disagreeing about the economy and economic principles. I started to really live. Started to really see the people I surrounded myself with. And I always disagreed about race for an obvious reason. And this is no different. And it's pretty disgusting because when you see this gives people that already have their own minds made up more validation to throw people like this in front of. Well, really, we don't give these people any merit. We're not affected, but we see what's going on here. Selling yourself out for the dollar. This is what that is. Now, these guys themselves are no better. Like, they like to insult other people's intelligence, but really, like, they can barely speak themselves. I don't even know where they're from, but I can only assume that they're from some southern state because their accent and the way they put together their thoughts are so slow and barely even, like, intelligible. It's like, what? It's like goofy insults and no real logical argument. It's like half-ass arguments really at the end of the day. It's like it's nothing of substance. So it's just like we just sit here and see this minstrel show that Crowder or even Ben Shapiro likes to put on, and this is what you get. So if you ever wanted an insight into like what we think of these people, these sellouts or caricatures, whatever you want to call them, we don't pay them much mind, and just know Hodge twins or anyone else that's black and happens to surround themselves with a bunch of conservative people who could care less about your interests. Just know we see what you're doing. We see you hustling out there. We're not mad at you for the reasons you think we're mad at you. We're mad at you because we see what you're doing. But we can respect the hustle. When there's money involved, people will do crazy things, even if it's not in their own best interest. Well, I guess if you make money off of selling out, I guess it is in your best interest. But again, so just a little small point I ever wanted to make if anyone ever was confused or wondered why people like this exist. And if you see multiple other black people like this exist. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Stay tuned for more.